First, I went over my eyebrows with a glue stick. This mats all the hairs down and allows it to be smooth. After they're dry, I took my colors and I mixed the color from the base. You spread it around your face, going down, because that is the way the hair flows on your face, so it's easier to paint down than it is to paint up. And you just cover your entire face, did it in sections, and try and get as close to your eyes as possible in this first sweep. And then went under my nose. And then I actually did go over my eyes because I'm going to use them later. Doing the under part of your eye is very hard to do, and it takes a little while to get used to actually painting your eye. And your lips. And just try and get everywhere so it's a nice even coat. It's easier to see in person than when on the computer. And after that's dry, you want to do the scale effects. So take another color, a lighter color, and just scale. You can either make them even or uneven. I did it uneven because I figured that would have a cooler look. Just start at a part of your face and have the scales point out a certain way, go down. In this case, mine are all going down. Yours could all go up or sideways. Let me see. You see, I'm jumping into certain parts of my face to make sure they're all even. Because eventually they're all going to have to face the same general direction. And once you get to the lower on your face, it's a bit harder to form where they're going, so I'd advise waiting till you get all the way down. And around your eye is very difficult too, because you want to know where you're actually going. And it's hard, once your whole face is painted, to actually see where your eyes are. As you can see, it's actually starting to look like scales now once you get about halfway down your face. It's a very nice texturing effect, and I just painted the underside of my nose with that nice light blue. And that's actually over my lips. You just keep painting scales in. It's a great texturing effect. And there's the finished product. And then I took the smallest brush I have, I took a little bit of white makeup, and I started to put these little dots in the center just to make it pop a little bit more, and so you could see where each of the scales are, because some of the lines are a bit thinner. And most dragons, and I say dragons with imaginary air quotes because to me it doesn't really look like a dragon, the finished product, as you'll see later, but it's still some sort of reptile. But dragons normally have a more textured look to their scales, not just flat one-colored scales. So I wanted to give that kind of look. And then to open up my eyes a little bit more and make them a bit more round and reptilian, I covered almost like eyeliner in white, on the top, and I actually got a little bit on my nose that I didn't want to get there, and I'm using a bit of a longer brush to do this to make it easier. And as you can see, it does open up my eyes. Make sure they're nice and thick and match. After that, I did a little bit more on my eyelid, a bit of a lighter blue than the ones I used to draw the scales with. And I did this is to open up my eyes still a little bit more, make that more round, and give definition to the eyelid because your eyelids aren't scales. And next, I created the snout and mouth by first going over my own mouth with white. And then extending that out to make the line of the snout. Because a dragon has a snout, they have longer mouths. And to do that, you need to make it thick around your mouth and then taper it back to make it look like the snout is right in front. Make everything nice and dark and white. And then in the center, to give it that definition of a lip, I did a lighter version of the skin color, scale color, just on the inside of the lip and then throughout the snout lip. And then I extended my eyes a little bit, made them a bit longer and a tiny bit more round. And then I drew in some fangs. And you want to make sure that these end up looking like they are coming from your top lip. And you may want to make sure they're angled so it looks like they're in the snout. And then I used a regular blue and I did the underside of my nose connecting to the top of my lips, and that shaded it enough to make my nose and top lip look elongated like they are snout. And after that, we have the finished product. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day.